In the search for perfect health, people have turned to science, tradition, and countless wellness trends throughout history. Yet, for millions across centuries, the teachings of Jesus have offered guidance not just for the soul, but for the mind and body as well. While Jesus' message was primarily spiritual, woven through his words are profound insights about living a healthy, balanced, and purposeful life. Today we'll explore how the timeless wisdom attributed to Jesus reveals powerful secrets to achieving perfect health, holistically, encompassing body, mind, and spirit. Begin by imagining the world in which Jesus lived, a land of bustling markets, strenuous daily labor, and deep communal bonds. People struggled with disease, hunger, and uncertainty, much like we do today. Yet Jesus' message was one of hope, healing, and wholeness. He traveled from village to village, not just preaching, but bringing tangible relief to those suffering physically and emotionally. His actions and parables, when looked at closely, offer a blueprint for a healthy life that resonates even in our modern world. The first secret Jesus reveals is the power of compassion. Again and again, the Gospels recount moments when Jesus was moved by compassion. He healed the sick, fed the hungry, and welcomed the marginalized. But compassion is not just a moral virtue. It's a transformative force for health. Modern science confirms that acts of kindness and empathy reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and boost the immune system. Jesus' call to love your neighbor as yourself becomes, in this light, a profound prescription for well-being. When we cultivate compassion, we create a ripple effect that benefits our own health and that of our community. The second secret is the importance of rest and renewal. Jesus frequently withdrew from the crowds to pray and rest, sometimes spending entire nights in solitude on a mountainside. In a world that glorifies busyness, these moments remind us of the necessity of setting aside time for restoration. Chronic stress and lack of sleep undermine our immune systems and mental health, leading to burnout and disease. Jesus demonstrates that rest is not laziness, but a vital practice for maintaining balance. His invitation, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest," speaks directly to the heart of holistic health. It's a reminder to honor our limits, to pause, and to reconnect with our source of strength. A third secret lies in the value of forgiveness. Throughout his ministry, Jesus emphasized forgiveness, not just as a way to mend relationships, but as a path to freedom and peace. Holding on to resentment, anger, or guilt weighs heavily on the body and mind, contributing to conditions like anxiety, depression, and even physical illness. When Jesus taught his followers to forgive 70 times 7, he was offering a radical solution for breaking the cycles of pain that erode our well-being. Forgiveness liberates us from the toxic burdens that can fester within, creating space for healing to begin. Another core lesson centers around simplicity and mindful living. Jesus' life was marked by simplicity. He traveled light, owned little, and warned against the dangers of materialism. Today, many find themselves overwhelmed by clutter, constant consumption, and the relentless pursuit of more. This lifestyle leads to stress and dissatisfaction. Jesus' teachings encourage us to focus on what truly matters: relationships, purpose, and inner peace. Do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink. Is not life more than food and the body more than clothes? This wisdom invites us to let go of unnecessary anxieties, to trust in the provision of each day, and to be present in the moment. Mindful living reduces stress, enhances gratitude, and brings clarity to our lives. Community and connection also emerge as pillars of perfect health in Jesus' teachings. He gathered people together, shared meals, and fostered a sense of belonging. Science now recognizes that strong social ties are vital to physical and mental health, reducing the risk of chronic illnesses and enhancing longevity. Loneliness, on the other hand, is as detrimental to health as smoking or obesity. Jesus' example of sharing bread, washing feet, and embracing the outcast demonstrates the healing power of authentic connection. Building supportive relationships, serving others, and nurturing our communities are all essential to thriving. Gratitude is another secret hidden within Jesus' life and message. Before performing miracles like feeding the 5,000, Jesus gave thanks. He encouraged his followers to pray with a spirit of gratitude. Research shows that gratitude practices increase happiness, improve sleep, and strengthen the immune system. When we pause to appreciate the blessings in our lives, we shift our focus from scarcity to abundance, from anxiety to contentment. Gratitude transforms our perspective and enhances our overall sense of well-being. Jesus also modeled a life of purpose and meaning. He was driven by a clear sense of mission, a deep awareness of calling. Studies find that people who live with a sense of purpose have better mental and physical health, lower rates of chronic disease, and even longer lives. Purpose motivates healthy behaviors, fosters resilience, and infuses life with joy. Whether our purpose is found in our work, family, faith, or service to others, embracing it gives direction and vitality to our days. Another remarkable insight from the teachings of Jesus is the importance of faith and trust. Over and over, he encouraged his followers not to be afraid, to trust in God's goodness and provision. Worry and fear, when left unchecked, fuel stress and undermine health. Faith, on the other hand, provides a sense of security, hope, and peace. Jesus' words, "Do not let your hearts be troubled," are not just spiritual comfort, they are practical advice for calming the mind and supporting the body's natural healing processes. Jesus' approach to nutrition and food also offers timeless guidance. He shared meals with others, often featuring simple, wholesome foods like bread, fish, fruits, and vegetables. He blessed the food, ate in moderation, and emphasized the importance of sharing with those in need. Today, the Mediterranean-style diet, rich in whole grains, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats, remains one of the healthiest in the world. By eating mindfully, choosing nourishing foods, and sharing meals with others, we honor both our bodies and the deeper connections that sustain us. Movement and service are additional elements of health reflected in Jesus' life. He traveled extensively by foot, engaged with people from all walks of life, and served tirelessly. Physical activity is now recognized as a cornerstone of health, reducing the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and depression. Service too benefits our well-being, giving us a sense of purpose and fulfillment. When we give our time and energy to help others, we experience a boost in happiness and a reduction in stress. Jesus' example calls us to move, to serve, and to find joy in the act of giving. Humility and teachability are also traits that foster health. Jesus, though revered as a teacher, often humbled himself to learn, to listen, and to serve. He washed the feet of his disciples, a radical act of humility. When we approach life with humility, we remain open to growth, learning, and healing. Teachability allows us to adapt, to seek help when needed, and to receive wisdom from others. This mindset keeps us flexible and resilient in the face of life's challenges. Perhaps one of the most profound secrets to perfect health that Jesus reveals is the integration of body, mind, and spirit. He saw people as whole beings, not just physical bodies or spiritual souls. When he healed, he addressed both visible ailments and the deeper wounds of the heart. Modern medicine increasingly recognizes the connection between emotional, spiritual, and physical health. Practices like meditation, prayer, and mindful breathing, central to Jesus' own life, are now validated for their benefits in reducing stress, enhancing focus, and promoting healing. Jesus' teachings on peace are particularly relevant in our anxious age. He promised a peace not as the world gives, a deep, abiding calm that transcends circumstance. Cultivating inner peace through prayer, meditation, or reflection soothes the nervous system and fosters resilience. This peace is not the absence of trouble, but the presence of confidence and trust, even amid life's storms. Finally, the principle of hope shines through all of Jesus' teachings. He inspired hope in the hopeless, lifted up the downtrodden, and pointed to a future filled with promise. Hope is a powerful force for health, sustaining us through adversity and motivating us to make positive changes. When we hold on to hope, we are more likely to seek help, pursue healthy habits, and recover from setbacks. Hope fuels our journey toward wholeness. In summary, the secrets to perfect health that Jesus reveals are not found in quick fixes or miracle cures, but in a way of life marked by compassion, rest, forgiveness, simplicity, community, gratitude, purpose, faith, mindful eating, movement, humility, holistic integration, inner peace, and hope. These principles, grounded in ancient wisdom and affirmed by modern science, offer a path to true well-being, body, mind, and spirit. As we reflect on these timeless truths, we are reminded that the journey to perfect health is not a solitary pursuit, but a shared adventure. By embracing these secrets, we not only care for ourselves, but become sources of healing and hope for others. In following these teachings, we rediscover what it means to be truly whole, living with vitality, purpose, and joy each day.